Oh, good lord, what's it done? Hello there, Albie-Wan Kenobi here. Along with, I'm Dave Angel.
Greetings.
Hello. We're doing some POWERWASH simulator. I have sent you an invite. Would you like another, or are you in waiting?
I am on my way to. I'm get
Oh,
back. Not now. The computer starts, as they say. Waiting for the console to boot up.
Booty, pardon me. Good lord. La 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 la, floor is lava. La 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 la, floor is lava.
Wait a second. Hang on.
No problems.
He is hanging. So just moved all my bleeding groups around. I never know where bloody anything is.
Yeah,
Annoying, isn't it?
it's just rude.
It's wooed.
How would?
Oh, wooed.
Yeah, like I say, revisiting a bit of Power Washer because, like I say, it's a nice chill game,
Hmm.
chill
I like a
accent.
bit of chill. Bear in mind, I do not have any SpongeBob stuff.
Any what? Right, yeah, it's fine.
I don't have any of the SpongeBob
We're
levels.
not sponge garting. Don't worry.
Oh, go well. I got Power Wash achievements.
Ping, 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 ping.
I must have earned them
Overachieved.
vicariously.
Yeah.
Hello, oh hello. What's this?
Hello.
Paintball
Paintball.
thingy.
Paintball. And we're gonna now reverse paintball it.
Right.
They released three
Is there
new.
anywhere you want me to start, or just go
No,
for
no,
it?
just go for it. Yeah. There's like a red tower and a blue tower, but which one's which is hard to tell at the moment. But yeah, they released three new free maps just recently, actually on the 31st. So it literally just um, as I started playing Starfield, it's like, oh, these are released, and this was the only game so far that's managed to drag me away from. Actually, no, Valheim, I suppose, when we've been playing it, but this was the first game that dragged me away from Starfield briefly.
Yeah, okay.
I did message them on their Twitter account and said, look, like the quality of your product is indicated by the fact that I'm not playing Baldur's Gate 3 or Starfield today.
Yes. Oh, it's an accurate assessment, isn't it?
Yeah. Like I say, Baldur's Gate and Starfield are such monumental achievements in what they've done with the game and obviously how much time has been put into it. This is just pure and simple. I'd love to say basic, but it's not basic. I mean, it is basic and it isn't. It's just a case of it's just so relaxing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It is.
So,
It has its moments.
Senora Moments. So yeah, they've released three maps. There's this, there's an excavator, and there's
Okay.
a Spanish villa.
A villa. Oh,
A
a
via,
villa.
a via, via. Yes. And that's on top of all the other stuff they've released free. They've announced the next paid DLC.
Uh huh.
Bear in mind, the last one was SpongeBob. What would you imagine could possibly be the next DLC? What franchise?
Jaws. I have no idea.
Jaws would be fantastic, actually. But it's not Jaws. But right era.
Were?
It's the right era.
Right era.
Yeah.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
God, no, that'd be amazing as well. Jesus, no, it's not Raiders of the Lost Ark. Sorry,
Star Wars.
not quite that big. No.
The Goonies.
Again, these are all solid choices, but not quite the right answer.
Blade Runner.
Oh, I want a Blade Runner one now. I'm gonna have to say, we'll have to say, send them this link to this
This
stream
stream.
and say, here are
These
all
are
our
all. These are
suggestions.
all of your.
This is what we need
these
next.
Are all your,
This is what we need
these are your
next.
next 3 DLCs. Get on with it.
Would you like a clue?
Please.
When you said Jaws, you were not far off because this film does feature a life preserver.
No idea.
The clue being the word life preserver.
Yeah. Oh, Back to the Future.
Back to the Future. Back to the Future.
Back to think about it for a minute.
No, it's fine. Like you say, it's one of those things. You think, Back to the Future. Wow, that's a catch. Nice, love it. But yeah, all the different DLCs have been so disparate and sort of like disconnected. It's just amazing, that they've been picking up this sort of stuff.
Yeah, next one, Back to the Future. The one after that, The Witcher. The Witcher.
Yeah.
Oh. The trouble is, with something like that, when you take on a tribute, if you to a classic franchise, you've got to get it right. You've got to get it absolutely.
Well, I mean, with this, you don't have to have like particularly any real story spoilers. You just have to have like the DeLorean, presumably like the town centre, the the Universal lot, or possibly just a clock tower.
And
maybe
the Wild West version of the town.
God, yeah, that would be cool actually. Yeah. I was thinking sort of the car that Biff cleans for Marty.
The one full of
for Marty at the end.
Oh, that one. I see. Yeah, where you're doing the
Because cleaning cars. Yeah, like I say, I'll be interested to see what maps they come up with for that. But I'd imagine they've already got the ideas planned out before they actually sort of finalise what they were getting. Because it's like everyone's saying, we've got this franchise, we have no idea what to do with it. So they've obviously had the idea, they've pitched it, and they've been given the green light.
I'll tell you what, if they want a suggestion, and it would be easier to get the right to do it. Thunderbirds are go.
FAB. That would be FAB.
You've only got to have like sort of, part of Tracy Island as one thing, and then you could have what Trace. You could have Miss Penelope's pink Rolls Royce. You could have Thunderbird 2. Which one's always the dirty Thunderbird? Or is it which one of the Tracy sons? Dirty one. Dirty Denzel Tracy. No, I don't think he was in.
Yeah. So, what's your excuse then?
What's my excuse for what?
For not playing Starfield?
I haven't felt like. I know, it doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't. It's crazy. Cray cray. Not going to allow it. Forbidden. This line of conversation is a black card, blah, 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 black card, blah, blah, black card. Yeah. No, I'm absolutely loving it. Really loving it. And of course, I'm doing all sorts of different things. I mean, I've just taken on a mission for Constellation where I'm basically they do some like some exploration missions where they send you off to a particular system and you have to do something in that system. The one I'm in at the moment currently, I have to find a planet which has got a particular trait which is um, constantly permanently receding um, polar cap or something like that.
Uh-huh.
So I basically have to go around and like explore the different planets on the system, find ones that have traits attached to them, and then I have to explore the planets and uncover all the stuff to basically find out what
Complete
those
the
traits
mission. Yeah.
are. So basically, by scanning all the flora, I'll find one trait. By scanning all the fauna, I'll find another trait. And perhaps by um, scanning each of the different commodities you can actually mine on the planet, I'll then get the third trait perhaps, or there may be like a beacon or a marker which you can find on your scanner somewhere on the planet, which will complete your scan of the planet. It's yeah, like I say, it's a game that caters to all because you don't have to do these missions. You can do like um, bounty hunting missions and track people down on foot and in ships. It's just
Yep.
it's. I mean, like I say, the spaceship stuff, it's not Elite Dangerous. But then again, I've played Elite Dangerous, and everyone's like, oh, you can't fly your flaming ship from space down to the planet. It's like, I've played Elite
It's not
Dangerous.
important.
I've played Elite Dangerous. I've done that a thousand times. It's boring. It is so boring. It's like it's nice to be able to have that immersion to be able to actually do it, but they'd include it in the game, and obviously, if they give you a fast travel option, yes, like they'd include it in the game. You'd want to do it about 3 or 4 times, then they'd be like, "Oh, for God's sake, not this again!" It takes so long because it would do. It takes a long while. It's like you can't just blast
Well,
in.
yeah, I'm saying this one, you just like, you
Yeah,
point at the ship and you say fast travel, and
yeah,
the next thing you know, bish bash bosh, off you go.
yeah. Like I say, I mean, Elite Dangerous. Like I say, I love that it's basically a sim, and it's um, it's yeah, like I say, it's more of a simulator than this is certainly, and it simulates the actual labour of actually travelling around all these places in close to real time. Because, like I say, you've got like the frame shift drive to get you between one system and another. Because travelling at normal thrust um, would take years to get from one side of our solar system to the other.
Oh God, yeah.
Um, so obviously you've got like the frame shift, which allows you to do it in minutes. But even then, getting across the galaxy, that would take years. Because I
Yeah.
remember seeing on frame shift drive, it's like you stick it into frame shift drive and point it towards the next system. It says, oh, traveling this distance greater than 1 year. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. And even
Well,
then,
the
like I
great
say,
thing about a frame shift drive is it can, or the friendship drive, as we like.
friendship drive, the rainbows. Yeah,
Yes. Um, Great thing about it is it it creates a tear in space and brings the 2 points closest together.
mm,
There's only two words I've got to answer that. Event horizon.
yeah, yep,
Seen it?
yeah. Right, that's it. We're
Excellent.
going. That's it. We're going. Yes, yes. A captain has finally got the right idea. He's like, he's using common sense. Like, fuck this. We're out of here. It's like, yeah, no, we're gone. I mean, it didn't work out too well, don't get me wrong, but it's like you saw it and it's like, yeah, no, yeah, nah. It's like, it's the ultimate like a cinematic, yeah, nah moment. Yeah, nah, I'm not putting up with that crap.
Yeah, yeah, nah, no.
Yeah, nah.
Giving it some suggestion, some thought, and nah.
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 Nah, 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 nah.
Nah, 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 nah. Maybe give it up.
Do,
Give
do,
it up.
do. Giving it up. It's giving up. But yeah, yeah, like I say, it's taken out. As I said, they've taken out the boring aspects of what would be in this game
Well, it
and
depends on
made
what
it.
you would expect the focus to be. If you
Mm,
expect it to be a space travelling, trading type of game, it's not that. It is a traditional RPG.
yeah,
It just happens to be set in space.
yeah,
Once you, when you focus on the stuff that's important, the other things just seem to drop away. And
hmm,
it doesn't matter whether you are holding a laser pistol or a bloody great double-handed sword in you. If it's an RPG, it's definitely not a space trading sim.
yeah, yeah.
It's that you can't satisfy everybody all the time. You're never going to be able to.
No, no.
But by actually leaving certain things out of the game, it actually gives the game more focus.
It speeds up the game, so you skip past the boring parts and you get to the interesting bits faster.
Yeah,
And like I say, I've played a lot of Elite Dangerous, and when you had like planetary
as
landing
have,
missions,
as have I.
as you have indeed, yes, and it's like when you had like, oh, so you got to deliver this parcel. It's like, okay, it's space station. So, okay, dock with the space station. Cool. Okay, this one's like, okay, drop this to the planet. It's like, oh, to the planet. And that's the reaction that people would get if they actually sort of did make it so you could actually fly in standard flight to the planet. Um, um, Alana, who used to be with IGN, is it Pierce?
Right.
Is it Pierce? I can't remember. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Lana Pierce. Yeah.
Yeah. She did a video a couple of days ago. Well, it was a stream. She did a stream where she dropped into Pluto, and
Okay.
in normal space, she tried to fly from space to the surface of Pluto to see if it was doable. She knew, like I say, that you wouldn't land like you would in the game because that's a loading screen which loads in. But she wanted to see what happened. 7 hours, 7 hours
Jesus.
it took to get to the actual surface of Pluto, and all the while, Pluto obviously and all the other planets in the system are spheres when you're in the space part of it. Um, so all the planets are basically spheres. They are actually orbiting the sun as they would do normally. So
Yeah.
obviously, every half an hour, she was having to like set an alarm to wake herself up so that she could re-target the planet because the target would have actually drifted out of her sight because the planet would have been moving.
Was she physically doing the waiting in game? So was she sort of setting the course and then going and sitting down and waiting somewhere for a couple of hours and
Something
then
along those
checking
lines,
it,
yeah,
or
yeah.
was she doing 7 hours in real time?
7 hours in real time. I mean, she was literally sort of,
Oh no.
yeah, yeah, because she was, yeah, like I say, she was actually streaming, and apparently the controller tried to disconnect at one point, and some of her streamers were like, oh no. But yeah, like I say, she actually sort of, she said, look, you can get to things, but obviously the closer you get, the closer you realise that this is like a texture onto a sphere, and it didn't look horrible, it didn't look completely terrible, but it looked like it's like you're not supposed to get this close to the planet
Yeah.
normally, not on its own merit, like you know what I mean. But she got to the planet and she did exactly what I thought was going to happen, and it sort of she clipped into it. She sort of disappeared. Pluto disappeared, and she was inside Pluto.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Pluto didn't like.
Little. Um, yeah, but she said, she was. I mean, she was. She's obviously critical of a lot of stuff and things like that. But she was like, I'm impressed that the actual planets are actually moving and orbiting in real time
Yeah, the
as they
solar
would.
systems are working exactly as
Yeah,
you'd
yeah.
expect solar systems
And
to
like I say,
work.
given that normally you'd like fly into the system, you'd drop at a planet, and then you'd fast travel down to the surface. You wouldn't normally be staying around long enough to see that these planets and objects and things, whatever, are actually moving. You wouldn't normally see that. So the fact they've included that is an extreme detail, I'd say, because
It's
it's
testament to how
it's
far
it's,
they've gone with it.
it's something that you'd only notice if you did something like she was just doing. Because yeah, like I say, I love that people do that sort of stuff because I've done experiments myself on there. Um, remember when we saw the announcement for the new Star Wars game, um, the one where obviously you get in your ship and you fly up seamlessly through the clouds up into space, yada yada yada. I can't remember what it's called now. It's going to be
Or that
probably
new one,
yeah, the new one that's going to be coming out at some point.
Rogue. Is it Rogue something? No.
Possibly, it's similar to that. Where obviously you play like the yeah, like the not a bounty hunter, like just like a Han Solo sort of
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
getting
Um,
green, all that sort of stuff.
well, I'm sure I can't remember if I mentioned it on the stream, but I'm sure I mentioned it to you afterwards if I didn't mention it actually on the stream. She's obviously running around daylight on the planet, and gets in the ship, flies up through the clouds, goes up into space, yada yada. Hey, look, seamless flight travel from surface to space. It's like um, when you see the picture of the planet behind her very briefly, it's nighttime where she's just come from, and it's like no, she was definitely in daylight. And it's like even that's like a loading screen. It's not seamless. It's another
Mm-hmm.
one made to fool you into thinking you're seamlessly flying between these places. About the only game I've ever played. Actually, no, there have been other games I've played where they've actually physically done that, and obviously No Man's Sky and Elite Dangerous spring to mind. And even then, um, possibly Elite Dangerous is a bit of a loading screen when you drop out of Super Cruise.
Oh, yeah, yeah, tiny bit.
But with No Man's Sky is I think pretty much seamless, isn't it? I can't remember. I haven't played it for so long. But
It is. It is seamless. Yeah.
like I say, with No Man's Sky, you know, if you want a game where you're trading stuff, you're building bases, and you're seamlessly flying surface of planets, go with No Man's Sky. Elite Dangerous
Yeah.
is not bad, but obviously that's only really on PC these days because they're abandoning all hope on the consoles. Um, you can still play the game. It's just a case of anything new. All the new updates are not going to come to consoles anymore.
Correct.
So you're not going to be able to run around on foot in the game, but you can do in No Man's Sky. A game which started off badly and then sort of really fixed itself up quite nicely.
Oh yeah. Well, it took time to really get it right.
Mm,
I'm sure there are going to be issues that are going to come to light eventually when people start picking the systems apart.
yeah.
And people like the Spiffing Brit, for example. I'm sure he'll get hold of a copy of it and start exploiting the hell out of the damn thing.
Mm,
But that's what he does.
yeah.
And God bless the man for it.
Yeah. I'm avoiding watching all the tips and tricks of Starfield. All these things. These are 10 things you mustn't do. Blah blah blah. It's like seriously, you can do whatever you want in the game. There are things that will cause
Yeah.
yourself problems and make things more difficult for yourself, but you've made those decisions. You can reload if it's a big problem. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It does auto save quite frequently, and you've got quick save and you've got full saves that you can make. You've got plenty of options, just like you know, to fix any problems that you've made for yourself. But like I say, it really is so good. And the other day, I got attacked by pirates, Crimson Fleet pirates. They they should have realised they were outmatched. They were in a bit of trouble. I took out their engines, targeted their
Yeah.
engines, took out the engines, boarded the ship. Now, um, I can't remember if it was that one or if it was one of the big ships afterwards. It may have been a big ship afterwards that I did, but one of the ship combat ones. I boarded their ship, took over the ship in zero G, having like a gunfight in
Mhm.
zero G in tiny confined space. Oh, that felt so sweet. It really did. Unfortunately, it was off stream, so I didn't really say capture it, but it was good fun. And it's
Sometimes it reaches a point when you're streaming and stuff that you end up basically recording everything so you
mm,
can use it at some point, you know?
yeah, yeah, but yeah. No, that was good fun. And of course, I claimed the ship. Then I spent probably about a half hour stream afterwards, saying, "Hey, look, I created a ship." This is the aftermath with all the corpses littered around the ship, um, and I spent probably about half an hour, maybe a bit more, roaming around trying to work out how I registered the ship as my own.
Okay.
So if you ever have that trouble, just give me a shout, and I can obviously like guide you to it. It's quite straightforward, but I don't want to
Oh,
spoil
cool.
too much. Um, if you don't want me to, if you want to work it out for yourself, but yeah, it was you basically have to pay then to like get the ship registered in your name, and you can either keep the ship, sell it, and make a few grand from it, or you can use your new ship as like a template to just build something pretty much from scratch, which is what I'm planning on doing at some point. I'm going to basically
Nice.
sell off all the bits that are currently on that ship and
Refit it.
completely refit it with completely new stuff from scratch. It's a case of whether I
You
say,
never know what people have
yeah,
done on those seats, do you?
yeah, I know, yeah. You can never trust anything like that. But yeah, I can say, you've seen the big brass testicles on the side of my ship.
Yes, indeed.
Those are me new fuel canisters on the ship. Basically, give me a higher fuel loadout and the improved. Uh, I can't. I'm going to call it frameshift drive because I can't remember what it's called. But the improved warp drive, frameshift drive thing. Um, I've got a jump range of over 20 light years, which is perfectly fine for pretty much everywhere it's around me currently. I'd imagine, like I say, later in the game, I
Yes.
probably need something more. But yeah, it is good fun. I love that game.
Oh, it is bloody good. Yeah, there is no doubt of that. I just need to, I just need to really get some time, and put
Yeah.
time into it.
Like I say, if you want, tomorrow at some point or whatever, if you want to like give it a go and stream, I can watch along, and if you need any tips or any like silly comments, I can do the tips or the silly comments.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Roast my game. That is. I would want. I would expect nothing. I'd roast your game and you'd roast mine. So we know what it's like, and it'd be a bit of fun. So
Yeah, 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 yeah. Honestly, I think I might at this point. I don't know if I'd necessarily say my game was particularly spoilery because I'm not really doing a lot of the main missions at the moment. But I don't want to ruin your experience of the game by saying, "Hey, look at what all the fantastic stuff I've got." Like, oh, I
Yeah,
can't
no,
get there.
no, yeah, no.
Yeah,
I like to find these things out.
yeah, I do as well. And I'm kind of like experiencing new things. It's like, ooh, you can do that, etc., etc.
Yes, delete where applicable.
Yeah, it was like I say. I mean, the example of when I was playing Red Dead Redemption 2, and I'm sort of just roaming around. I'm sort of I see a thunderstorm off in the horizon, and I stop on my horse and I'm like, oh, I'm going to go and look at that. And there's obviously a camp nearby, and this guy goes like, clear off, get away from me. And I'm like just there, sat watching the thunderstorm as it's like rolling in. And he goes, "Oi,"
Yeah,
and
it's nice, isn't it?
he starts shooting at me. It's like, for God's sake! So it's like, turn around, boom, dead. It's like, oh
Yeah,
God! But it's like, and I was just like, I picked up the corpse to sort of chuck him off over somewhere. And it's like, I wonder, and I just thought, nah, they won't. But let's have a look. And I just chucked his corpse across his bonfire, and his entire corpse caught fire, and all he's wearing caught fire. And it's like, ooh, and the flames licked over him, so I burnt him for a few moments, and then the fire went out after a moment. So it's like, wow, and it's like it's like I didn't think that was going to be a thing, but it's Rockstar. I should have known. Um,
yeah.
it's just been recently announced that Rockstar 3 is in development, but disclaimer: many of the people who were at Rockstar when the last game came out, many of them have left in the last couple of years.
I have, yes,
So
I have.
how good it'll be is going to be. So get tuned,
Anybody's guess.
stay tuned and find out. Hopefully they won't rush it or do anything stupid with it, but you can never be sure.
Never be too sure.
Why won't this clean? Oh, it's that bit up there. Of course it was. Bloody hell. Picky, picky, picky.
It's the nature of.
Yeah. Oh no, actually, I love this game. This is like it's just like the advert, and it's like the stubborn dirt. We need to sort of have higher temperature water, I think, to clear it out. Eliminate even the toughest stains.
That was your room.
Are we?
Filthy walls, filthy ceilings, filthy floors, and mop and bucket. I was in heavens. What do you think about my puzzle I sent you?
Oh, I can't remember. What was it again?
Song lyrics.
I'm not good with song lyrics. I don't know.
Oh dear. Um, I gave you clues. I gave you clues.
You gave me clues for concern.
It's ah.
You gave me clues for concern.
I give you clues.
Clues for
Um,
concern.
there's a video shop.
Blockbuster.
There's a beach with a bonfire.
Uh,
There's a comic book store. And there's an amusement park.
I mean, there's always Scooby Doo.
No.
Oh.
Although, strangely enough, you're probably not that far off, but...
In that case, I haven't got a Scooby Doo.
Okay, if I were to say, how can a billion Chinese be wrong?
Can a billion Chinese be wrong?
How can a billion Chinese be wrong? This is a quote from the film that the song lyric I sent you came from.
I don't recognise that quote at all.
And
Blade Runner. Blade Runner.
Windex can be used as aftershave.
Again, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Murder capital of the world?
Is it where Halloween?
No.
Friday the 13th?
No. You're sort of in the right area. But,
I mean, Nightmare on Elm Street?
no.
I can't think of any others.
There's an actor from Bill and Ted in it. And it's the long-suffering Mrs. Angel, probably favourite.
Point Break.
You're really you're biting all around the issue here. You just need to aim in. You need to just find the centre of the problem and just sink your fangs in. Still no clue?
No.
Kiefer Sutherland?
Kiefer Sutherland. God. What were the song lyrics again?
I'm gonna have to pull them off my phone because I've forgotten. I did send them to you, so I can just look them up. They are. Last fire will burn behind those eyes. Black house will rock. Blind boys don't lie.
Little sister.
Hey, there you go.
Hang on. So I just pulled a cable out. Just pulled my audio cable out. I'm back. Hello.
Hello.
Greetings. Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
Hey, little sister.
Yeah. Well, I was going to do People Are Strange, but I thought that was too obvious.
Well, when you're a stranger.
Yeah, people are strange. Faces do look ugly when you're alone, trust me.
Is that faces or feces?
Faces, definitely.
First one,
although
then the other.
It works either way, doesn't
First one, then the other.
Yep. I presume you've seen it, have you?
What?
The Lost Boys.
Yes. Not for a long while. So long.
Whoa,
Oh, it was...
maybe we need to have a watch party and we need to watch it together again.
Which one was Bill? Which one was Ted? Bill. It was Bill that was in there, was it?
It was Bill. Yeah, it was Bill.
Right.
He played one of the vampires.
Yeah, I can picture him now. Yeah.
Alex Winter.
Yeah. Like I say, it's been so long since I saw that film.
Such a good film.
Ribbit. Pardon me.
And really, truly speaking, the granddad's the star.
Yeah. There's one thing I don't understand about his face. It's the goddamn vampires.
Yeah. Talking about Santa Clara, I can't stomach. All the damn vampires. And it's just the look on their faces as he closes the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. It was kind of... It was the it was the end of the sort of the era when you had things like Reanimator and Flatline.
Hmm.
But it was kind of done more like an MTV video.
Was that Joel Schumacher?
Yes.
Yeah, thought so. And you think of some of the shit he made afterwards. Batman and Robin, oh my god. Like I said, he's very much a director who can, like, make a good film and then make something that's so bloody awful.
He has made some absolute humdingers in life,
Mm,
I'm sure.
yeah. I mean, trying to remember the name of the guy that directed Donnie Darko. Donnie Darko,
Uh,
loved it. Amazing film. Um,
you know what? I've never seen it.
really, really good. Do not watch the director's cut. I will say,
No.
do not watch it because, like I say, he made the film, and he's like, "Oh, I'd always having like studio intervention," and then he made his director's cut. It was bloody terrible. As someone who loves the film, it's unwatchable. It really is. It's horrible. And this is what the film would have been like without studio intervention. Sometimes studios know what they're talking about. Sometimes.
Yes. Sometimes.
But I can't. I mean, a friend of mine a couple of months back suggested another one of his films that I should watch. Southland Tales.
No idea.
Stars The Rock. It's got some big names in it. Um, and it's like, okay, it's like, okay, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. I'd heard that obviously, some of the other stuff that the guy had done because he did a sequel to Donnie Darko, which apparently is equally awful. And it's like, okay, I'm avoiding that one then because Donnie Darko was such a good film that I don't want to taint that particular franchise any more than obviously having seen the director's cut. But I thought, okay, so this one's come highly recommended from a friend of mine, Southland Tales. Bloody hell, what a fucking mess that film was.
Yeah.
It's like, I said to my friend, I don't get why you like it because the acting, just the dialogue, the framing of everything is so poor. Even if it's meant to be that way, it's bad. It was, oh my goodness, yeah. Do not watch that one either. That one is just such a waste of an hour and a half, 2 hours, however long it was. I'm
If you
sat.
want a film like that, go and watch Battlefield Earth.
I've seen it. I have seen it. Yeah, I saw it when it came out. But like I say, I am sad to say that Southland Tales is one of those films that I've watched and didn't fall asleep in. That is my greatest regret.
Is
Because
it
I
because
could
you were waiting for something interesting to happen?
no, because I could have at least had a couple of hours kip, which was a missed opportunity. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Wasted opportunity for a good
Yeah,
sleep.
yeah. So yeah, no, I can't recommend very much from him. But I'm just trying to remember the name of the director, but it's evading me at the moment. Um, but like I say, the original Donnie Darko, unedited, not the director's cut, really really good film. But yeah, anything else that I've seen from this director stinks out loud. Donnie Darko was his
Awesome.
first studio film, I believe. It was the first one he actually sort of, first proper movie made, and obviously that's one of the reasons why presumably the studio wants to intervene so much on it. But without that, the film would not have had the fan base that it has at all. If it had been director's cut from day one, it would have been like, what is this toss? It was it was one of the films that put Jake Gyllenhaal on the map, basically.
Mm. He's been who to blame.
Mm. He was, like I say, he was good in this. Don't get me wrong. And there were no broken backs or any mountains anywhere to be seen.
Hey. Train tracks are getting on my nerves.
Hmm? Sorry?
These train tracks are getting on my nerves.
Yeah, I recommend doing it one sleep at a time, making sure one's clean, then the next one, then the next one, then the next one. Otherwise, you'll have to go back and find out every last one that's been doing. I'm hearing lots of pinging now.
Yeah, that was me. About to miss bits. Oh dear. Oof.
You're right.
Ugh. Yeah, it's alright. Hallucinating.
I do that.
Do you hallucinate your worst fear?
Well, if it's going to work, then yeah.
No. But of me, it's things with 8 legs.
Ironically, earlier,
Bugs fizz.
I was scanning, surveying the planet Arachne, I think it was. I thought, oh god,
Yeah.
I said on my stream, this is going to be like a new fear that's going to develop for me.
No, with a game, I can kind of separate out a little bit.
Mm.
Only a little bit.
I recommend that when you're on Facebook, if you go to the Jim will paint it page, do not click inside the link or the actual update he posted about a day ago. Apparently he
Okay,
was
bloody great spiders. Yeah.
apparently he was abroad. Can't remember where he said he was, but went in a cave. It was in caves, and looked up, and he said there's this huge chuffing spider, and on his reply inside the thing, he showed the picture. He said, no, "Arachnophobes, probably best not watch his. Maybe too late to tell you that." And it was like,
Yeah.
it was like, I mean, I don't know how big it was, but it looked horrible. It looked pretty nasty.
Okay, the only thing that's 8 legs, Bugs fizz. I mean the band, not the drink.
Right, yeah.
Not like you can sit there drinking
I mean,
champagne and orange juice.
it would be mostly
like,
legless, surely.
Cheryl
Like
Baker's leg hanging out the top of the glass or anything like that.
Is that your new phobia?
Sorry, say again?
Is that your new phobia?
What, Bugs fizz?
Seeing her leg hanging out of the bottle or whatever.
It's fine.
I mean, presumably, actually, the rest of her wouldn't be there, which is what I mean. Is like, it'd be like dismembered.
Severed leg.
Yeah.
Yes, it would be, yes. Look, otherwise you wouldn't fit the rest of her in a glass, would you?
No.
Possibly.
Go ping, you little bastard. Okay, I'm going up the other way. Whee!
At this point in time, it doesn't want.
Okay.
Pingy ping.
Ping, ping, ping. A ricochet rabbit.
Ricochet rabbit or Ricochet rabbit?
It could be Wick O'Shea.
Yeah.
Yes. God, I mean, how many bloody paintballs do they use in this game?
Have you ever been paintball?
Yeah, it's never been this bad. This looks like a meteor storm of bloody paintballs.
It is. Last time I went paintballing, it was for a friend's stag.
I think it was for me as well.
Yeah, and at the end, he had to face Waterloo. Basically, they lined both of us up, all of us up in 2 rows, and the intended had to run through the middle of the 2 rows while we're pelting them with paintball.
Oh.
And one of them caught him straight in the nut.
Lovely.
And he went down like a sack of spuds. And then
with
some of them kept firing at him.
With his sack of
I think they were trying to do the job properly, you know.
Yeah. Well, the last time I went,
doing the job properly and killing the man, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Last time I went was with my old chum James, and it was one of his stag do's from way back when. This was a good 20-25 years ago. What the? What's my? Sorry, my bloody stream was being shit there. Oh, for God's sake. Don't know how long it was like that for. Never mind. It's that bloody Xbox app where it was like gone off center and it was like a black screen. Shit. Yeah. Basically, he caught a paintball which went up under his mask and he pretty much swallowed it.
Yeah.
And
that's horrible.
Yeah, seeing like orange and reddish paint all around his face and mouth. It was like, is that blood? Is that paint? It's really hard to tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bleeding horrible.
Yeah, it was quite nasty.
Well, I had I was shot through the face mask, so I didn't get the body of the paintball, but I got all of the paint in my mouth.
Oh.
And I kept thinking I was bleeding, throw up, and I had to rinse my mouth out with water so many times to try and get rid of it.
Yeah, not fun.
There's also the fact when something like that hits a mask that's on the front of your face, the mask moves back about 1.5 inches when you get hit. And you obviously you try and you recoil from the impact, but it bruises the entire front of your face. Anybody's been shot in the knackers with a paintball don't know how bad it really is.
Oh, I've got a spare.
Horrid. Really is horrid.
And people pay for the privilege.
And they pay somebody else so they can shoot coloured balls at their friends. or give their friend coloured balls, whichever you prefer.
Neither of those.
Yeah, I'll take option C.
Yeah. Ah, there. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Right, okay. I've got to do the end of that railway
Yeah.
track, but that's what I thought I'd give you a hand with yours.
Right, do you want
So,
me to do the railway or your?
I'll, well, I'm just I thought I'd help you.
Okay, let's
I
put
will
yeah.
go back to it in a sec.
Actually, I can do. I can do it if it was annoying you. Let's put it like that.
Oh, it's very annoying.
I just find it
I
relaxing.
just don't like. I don't like it to beat me, to be honest. But depends on how easily you beat, I suppose. You missed.
Meh, meh.
Yeah. Uh-oh, spaghetti out.
Pardon me.
I've discovered a mobile game that is
Good,
possibly
good.
well, it's the nerdiest thing you've ever sort of done. It's kind of a cross between a crossword, mathematical puzzles, and a Sudoku. It's sort of somewhere in the middle. And if you love mathematics, it's great fun.
I love it.
I love it. Is it really, really, really hot, or is it just?
It's really warm. I've got a fan on, but my laptop is unfortunately blocking most of the air. So basically, my fan is wafting the hot air from the laptop towards me. I think
Nice.
maybe I don't know. No, the
Get
laptop's not.
yourself
The
an
laptop.
empty plastic bottle, fill it with water, bang it in the freezer.
Don't put it on
When
the
you're ready
laptop.
to play, no, don't pour it all over the laptop. Just
Don't.
stand it in between, stand it over
Right.
the exhaust, alongside the exhaust ports of the laptop.
Hmm.
Because there's the gnome is in here.
Yes, that is a gnome. A gnome.
I was watching the third part of that tested series I sent you the introduction to
Right.
about that
Yeah.
Starfield model
Yeah. Yeah.
that Adam Savage is making, and they're at the point where they're painting and weathering,
Hmm.
and watching somebody who really knows what he's doing. You know, it
Hmm.
absolutely amazing, really is.
Yeah.
I I am left in awe every time I see them. Okay, I'll be careful around this box. Got TNT written on it.
That's water. It's fine.
That's what, sorry?
You're using water. It should be fine. If it was a flamethrower, that'd be a bit more of a problem.
Paraffin and diesel, I think, is one of them. The napalm, it's nasty shit.
Mm.
Uh, have you did you set yourself up with the adoring fan, by the way?
No,
No, I didn't either.
because I did not want to be annoyed. Yeah, I love that it's in there. I love that it's there, but no thanks.
But it was there back in Oblivion,
Yeah, yeah,
and they carried it over. Even the character looks the same.
yeah, yeah.
This side. Gotta miss this. Yeah.
La, 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 la.
You know, the last time we were pouching, and I
Yes.
asked you what TV series you were watching,
Hmm.
and you knew exactly what I was watching because I was watching Stargate Atlantis.
Ah, yeah.
Guess what I was watching tonight?
Power Wash Simulator.
No,
The
sadly,
movie?
it was some
The
more
movie?
Stargate Atlantis.
Okay, cool.
I would love for it to be something else, but I just can't help myself. Oh, ding 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 ding.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how many went there. It was at least 2, possibly 3. All interconnected there.
Alright, I'm going to have a look. Bank door. Yeah, the bank, full stop. Needs a bit of a going over. We're going to get the banker going over?
I'll let you give it a good going over.
Right, you are. It doesn't involve, you know, a bandana and you know, twin pistol and a fast horse.
Or a gimp suit.
Or a gimp suit. Where did that come from?
I'm wearing a gimp suit.
But the one with the studs on the inside.
Yeah, inside and out.
Why should anybody else
Share the
fun?
wealth.
Yeah,
Share the load. La 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 la. Come on, ping, you bastard. Ping. 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 Ugh, itchy eye.
Oh.
Oh, oh.
It frustrates
What's up?
my body. I know my body probably frustrates you as well.
Oh.
We're all human, so you know it's going to happen.
I say, don't go so expecting that I'm like getting annoyed with you because it doesn't happen. Don't worry.
No, I know.
I just, you know,
You keep saying it.
if you are not feeling great and you need to like disappear at any point, then you need to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, of trying to dust some of the dust bunnies away from corners in the bath, sort of above my head.
Mm.
I was using the dust flicking, and I reached them back when put pay to that idea.
Yeah.
Apparently, the government plan to get more people like me back into work by getting them to work home.
Yeah. It's very nice of them to do that. When they, I
I
mean,
can smell.
when are
What
they
is it
going to
they're
do some work?
shoveling? I'm not entirely sure.
When are they going to do some work?
Yeah, you'd think, wouldn't you?
Because they get paid more than anyone else that I know. I mean, no, like I said, there are people who get paid better. Don't get me wrong, like the billionaires and all that sort of shit. But they make their money by giving backhanders to these bloody people. Politicians, we don't know exactly how much they do make because while they declare their wages, They never quite declare how much they get given in brown paper envelopes, do they?
No, what
Yeah.
you campaign donations.
Donations. Yeah. Because people donate money to a campaign to say, hey, we want you in power because, just because. Just because we don't want any favours or anything in return. No.
Oh
He's here.
dear.
Hello, gentlemen.
I think
Greetings.
you just killed Tony. You right, bud?
I've just killed Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, just your timing's bad. Well, your timing's perfect. Oh,
Oh, we're only popping in to say hello because I'm just about to jump on. I'm just downloading the old Starfield.
Oh, it's so good.
ah.
I hope you enjoy it, mate. Because, like I say, I've been loving it. I've streamed so many hours of it already. Really enjoying that game.
Yeah, because it's on
Game
day
Pass
one
now.
Game Pass. I thought, why
Yeah.
the devil not?
Yeah, it's finally on Game
Exactly.
Pass.
Well, I will let you two fellas do what you're doing. I just thought I'd pop in and say hello.
Hello, yeah. I think Tony's gonna probably
Hello,
sort
young
of
man.
be
Good to see you.
going into recovery very shortly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tony, I've been sending loads of people the trailer for Big Shark, you know.
Why not? Oh.
Right, lads. Peace.
Catch you soon,
You too,
Sally.
buddy. You take care.
Tony, if you need to go,
Hasta la
please.
vista, Mavis.
Yeah. How did he know my mum?
Martha! Martha! Sorry, that was the piss poor Batman versus Superman.
Martha, yeah.
But wow,
Oh, God.
after all the shit you've done in that stupid film, that's going to be your payoff for it, is it?
It's not a great movie.
No, it isn't. It's
The
like
Schneider cut of the Justice League, I do think actually it's the superior movie. But then
yes,
again,
yeah,
you know, he did what he could with what he had, you know?
yeah.
Oh, and you know what? Oh, yeah, I need to go. I'm really
Yeah.
sorry.
You take care, bud. We've practically finished this anyway. So yeah.
Oh, well, it's always fun to talk and, you know, and do stuff, but I can't do this.
Yeah.
Really uncomfortable.
You take it steady, bud.
Oh, yeah, you too. Be gone in a minute. I've just got the achievement for completing career mode on Power Wash.
For completing what, sorry?
For completing the career.
All right, okay, yeah.
Yeah, we did that ages ago, didn't we?
Yeah.
Right. And with that, it is a glorious adieu because I will speak to you very soon.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You take care, bud.
See you later. You take care.
Thank you to anyone who's joined in, or not joined in, but obviously anyone who's joined us to watch. Hope you've had fun and enjoyed watching us and listening to us talk shit about shit. I am about to sort of push off the stream. We're on 99%, so it's literally just like a few little grains of dirt somewhere or other, which could take a while to actually track down. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. But thank you for watching and good night.